Okay, here's that longer conversation. If you are thinking you want to sell your home, what that looks like is we're going to do a market analysis first. Okay. So that means I'm going to come over. We'll obviously figure out a time. We'll have masks and I bring Clorox wipes. We're going to walk through your house. We're going to just verify, just the rooms you have, make sure everything looks as it says on the county and the property profile that we'll have done. Then I'm going to find comparables within the area or close to it, as close as we can, that have sold within the last 6 months. Sold comparables, 6 months. So CMAs need to be fresh and new every 6 months because that's what's sold in the last 6 months. That takes, it depends. I'm chatty. Sometimes people are chatty. Sometimes we just walk through and it's quick. Sometimes we have a long conversation about what updates have you done, which we do want to include those things. Just how the house works, what you love about it. I like, what your goals are, what your story is. Usually it's longer than 20 minutes because it's a conversation. It's a house. It's a big deal. So, but it can be a quick walkthrough as well. Then we get together, we talk about where the price is at on that market analysis and also what the marketing plan would be. And then see if you're ready, if that's what it looks, if it looks good, we kind of talk through that, what price you'd want to sell it at. Part of that consideration is your house ready to sell as is? People obviously want move-in ready. That is super easy for buyers. They can move in, maybe they paint, maybe they change carpet, maybe they do a little bit of cosmetic, but move-in ready is amazing. Some people don't want move-in ready. Some people like to have projects and fix things up, so they want a good base. Not major remodeling, but maybe there's some light remodeling, update cabinets or fixtures or things like that. Some people want major remodeling. They'll walk in and say, this has the right layout, this has the right lot, it's the right location, but I'm going to totally redo it. So those are different options too. If you don't want to redo your house, if you're just like, I'm ready as is, that is going, the condition will be reflected in your selling price. If you want to take the time and do it, you could put $50,000 into your kitchen, but you're not going to get $50,000 out of your kitchen. It's going to make it, it's going to make it more appealing to buyers to have a brand new update, fresh paint, things like that. But a lot of times people are going to paint things themselves. Also, if you take the time and energy to put it in, you're putting in what you think would work. So sometimes it's good to contact a real estate agent to talk about what kind of things are selling or appealing right now in the market. We also have other resources, contractors and interior designers and decorators. I work with people who know what is fresh and new and what is appealing to buyers and to homeowners. So you have resources to look into as well. If you have the time and energy and wherewithal to remodel and get your house ready and you want to get the top dollar that you're going to get, then that's great. Working with a real estate agent isn't I'm sorry you're not ready to sell, but I'll talk, buy. That's not how it works at all. It's a conversation, it's a relationship. It's here's where I'm at, here's my goals. And then we talk about, are you going to be ready in a year? Are you going to be ready down the road? I have people who buy houses and say, I'll call you in a few years and we'll talk about what the next step is. It just depends on what your goals are. When we bought our house 5 years ago, in like 2 months, we bought a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. We have an unfinished laundry room downstairs. So we knew that we could add a bathroom down the road, which we have little kids. So Theo's almost potty trained. He's kind of a late bloomer. So we're getting to that point where that is going to be a priority for us. And down the road, that's going to help with the resale of our home if we sell our home down the road, having 2 bathrooms versus 1 bathroom. Our kitchen is not ideal. It doesn't work really well for us, but it's functional. So, we've had we had a contractor come in and give us some estimates. So down the road too, we're going to look at that. How do we address that? Not just to sell it, but for us, it doesn't work really super well for us. But the interesting thing is when we bought our house, location was really important. Where we're at, we're by a school. We can walk our daughter to school. We have a great backyard that's fenced for our pets, for our kids. We have a great front yard. We like the space that our house has to offer. Is it ideal? No. we haven't done any major remodeling since we moved here 5 years ago. The only thing we've actually done last year is done some remodeling in the backyard. So we added a fire pit and did some things, but we talk about what our goals are down the road. So that's part of selling too, is figuring out what your long-term goals are. You may buy a house and you say, just, sorry, my dog is eating the cat food. You might buy a house and down the road, you know that you're going to live there maybe 5 to 10 years. A lot of times, it's your first house. It's probably not your forever house. If you're lucky to buy your forever house, that's awesome. But life changes, you add kids move away, your job changes, life, just things happen. Maybe it's not your favorite neighborhood. Maybe you want to be in a close neighborhood. Things change. So a lot of times people move, several times. And so going into a home, don't expect perfection. A lot of people do, and they get really disappointed because they can't find what they're looking for. There's ways to address that. But anyways, we'll go back to selling, or when you're selling. So you're going to do the CMA. You're going to figure out what your goals are, what you want to do and what you want to buy, where you want to move, what your time frame is. And then there's a whole other aspect of the selling and marketing, which we'll talk about. But really the big thing is to figure out where your home is in the market right now. Like, what would it cost if it went on the market today, or what would it sell for if it went on the market today? And then also what your goals are, what your time frame is. Like, that's going to be a big deal. As a real estate agent, when it comes to time to sell, that's the whole other plan. We're going to talk through marketing. We're going to talk through what I bring as a real estate agent, what my office and my marketing team bring as part of my representing Berkshire Hathaway. That's a whole big conversation, which I love having too. And actually getting your house ready to sell, but deciding to sell when your time frame is, what you want to do, like, that's the first step. So my job is to help and advise, to give you information that you need, to give you resources that you need to sit down and have those conversations with you. And then that's really the first step of selling your home. So I'm going to start sharing some different things about how that works. And I'd love for you to watch. And this isn't a big formal conversation. This is how I do my job. This is what you need to do as a seller. We're looking at selling our rental that we have, and it needs work. And, we like to sell it as is. We don't have the time and energy and resources, so the price is going to reflect that. So, this is bringing up this conversation and what that's going to look like. So, yeah, if you're looking to sell, if you aren't sure if you should, if you want to know where your house is at in price, if you just want to talk through goals, I'd love to talk to you. So give me a call, shoot me a message, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Have a great day.